warned this video will contain spoilers. In episode 2 of The Penguin, the relationship between Dr. Julian Rush and Sofia Falcone becomes even more fascinating as it seems to blur the lines between professional care and something far more questionable. From the start, there's an uneasy dynamic, where Dr. Rush appears to be taking advantage of his role as a caregiver. There's that fleeting moment when their cheeks touch, hinting at intimacy. But the second Falcone meets his gaze, she pulls back. This interaction makes you wonder if there's something deeper at play here, like the Florence Nightingale Effect, where caregivers develop feelings for their patients. Considering Falcone's dark history as the hangman, it's almost unthinkable that she could have avoided a severe punishment. Dr. Rush's possible manipulation of the system to help Falcone escape the full weight of her crimes feels deliberate. It's likely that Dr. Rush employed questionable methods, such as New Age therapy techniques like red light hypnosis, to rehabilitate her in the eyes of the law. Falcone, in turn, may be playing along because it's her ticket to staying out of Arkham Asylum. This raises big ethical questions about Dr. Rush's methods and how far he's willing to go to protect his patient, or perhaps himself. There's a lot to unpack when you look at Dr. Rush's office scenes. His space may look like a typical therapist's office, but there's a constant sense of something darker hiding just beneath the surface. The vibe here is very reminiscent of Dr. Crane's transformation into Scarecrow in Batman Begins, a seemingly legitimate psychiatrist with sinister intentions. And just like Crane, the show deliberately keeps us guessing about Dr. Rush's true nature. Is he genuinely trying to help Falcone, or does he have his own twisted motivations? Falcone's behavior also adds layers to this mystery. Her actions in the second episode make you question how much of her rehabilitation is real. There's a scene where she eats with an almost feral intensity, a subtle reminder that no matter what changes she's undergone, the raw, dangerous part of her remains. In the first episode, she interrogated Cobb, asking if she's too emotional or takes things too personally. Phrases that seem pulled straight from a therapist session, likely echoing language used by Dr. Rush. So, is he genuinely trying to fix her, or is this some form of manipulation, similar to how Harleen Quinzel fell for the Joker? It's hard to tell if Falcone is aware of this, but knowing her, she's probably playing along as long as it keeps her out of Arkham. The power struggle within the crime world is heating up fast, especially as Falcone tries to secure an alliance with Cobb, oblivious to the fact that he's secretly working against her. Both of them are climbing toward dominance in Gotham's underworld, and it's clear they're willing to betray anyone, even their closest allies, to achieve their goals. Falcone, feeling constant disrespect from her family, seems ready to turn on them, while Cobb is all about playing his cards to win, regardless of the cost. This kind of tension promises a high-stakes showdown as the season unfolds, particularly between Falcone, Cobb, and the mob families, who are all positioning themselves for control. The numbers don't lie either. The Penguin is already pulling in a large audience, with Variety reporting 1.6 million viewers for episode 1. Matt Reeves' take on the Batman universe is bringing in fresh energy, and it's clear the Penguin is tapping into that. What's exciting about this show is how it feels like a gritty mob drama, even evoking vibes of The Sopranos, while still giving fans a fresh take on familiar characters and lore. Oswald Cobblepot's rise in Gotham may deviate slightly from the original comics, but it's adding layers of complexity to the power struggle we're seeing now. What do you think about Dr. Rush's true motivations? Is he manipulating Sofia, or is there something more genuine in their connection? And how do you see the power dynamics shifting between Falcone, Cobb, and the other families as the season progresses? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on where this story is headed.